Myrtle Wilson had changed her dress. It was very tight and looked expensive. Her laughter and the way she moved had changed too. She spoke and walked like a rich, fashionable woman. "I like your dress," said Mrs. Mackey. "This old dress? I have had it for years." Myrtle laughed. "Have something to drink," Tom said to the Mackey. "Get some more ice, Myrtle, before everyone goes to sleep." "I told the boy about the ice," Myrtle said angrily. "These people, you have to tell them all the time." Myrtle's sister, Catherine, sat down beside me on the couch. "Do you live down on Long Island too?" she asked me. "I live at West Egg." "Really? I was at a party there about a month ago, at the house of a man called Gatsby. Do you know him?" "I live next door to him." "Do you?" "He's awfully rich, you know. People say he got his money from Germany in the war. I'm afraid of him." Catherine moved closer and looked across the room at Tom and Myrtle. "Both of them are unhappily married," she said. "But Tom's wife is Catholic. She won't divorce him." I knew this was untrue, and I was shocked. "Why did you marry Wilson, Myrtle?" Catherine called across the room. "Nobody made you do it." Myrtle laughed. "Well, I thought he was a gentleman. I must have been crazy." Tom now sent the elevator boy to buy some sandwiches and a second bottle of whiskey. I wanted to go home. I went to the window and looked down into the dark street. Were people looking up at our lighted window and wondering what was going on? Myrtle Wilson called to me to sit down again. She began to tell me about her first meeting with Tom. "It was on the train," she said. "We couldn't stop looking at each other. When we got to New York, we got into a taxi together. I was so excited that I couldn't see where we were going. But I didn't care. You can't live forever, you know. You can't live forever." The room was filled with Myrtle's loud, forced laughter. She turned to Mrs. Mackey. "My dear," Myrtle said, "I'm going to give you this dress. I'm getting another tomorrow. I've got so many things to buy, a collar for the dog, an ashtray, and I must go to the hairdresser's." It was 9 o'clock. Then I looked at my watch again. It was 10. The room was full of smoke. People were coming and going, shouting to each other across the room. At about midnight, Tom and Myrtle started to argue. "Daisy, Daisy, Daisy," Myrtle Wilson was shouting. "I will say her name whenever I want to. Daisy, With a short, hard movement, Tom Buchanan hit her across the nose. Myrtle cried out with pain. Someone got towels. Then the towels, covered with blood, were out of the floor. People were screaming and shouting. Myrtle Wilson lay on the couch. Her nose was still bleeding, and she was crying loudly. Mr. Mackey woke up and walked towards the door. I picked up my hat and followed him out. We went down the elevator together. Then I was on the station, half asleep, waiting for the early morning train to West Egg.